Sock Puppet Scenarios, A Perfect Time at the Boblymbics, starring Harry Sock Puppet and Sally Sock Puppet.
Hi, Sally. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been doing?
Oh, hi Harry. Long time no see. I've been getting ready for the Boblymbics.
The Boblymbics? What's that?
You know, it's a big sports competition that happens in the summer and winter. It is starting this week.
Oh, are you ready to watch on TV?
No, I'm getting ready to participate. I have been training for lots of things for the last few weeks, and tomorrow I take the plane.
Really? Wow! I had no idea you were athletic.
Athletic? Who said anything about that? Besides, haven't you always wanted to participate in something big?
Sure, but I haven't had the time to dedicate myself to a sport. By the way, what have you been training for?
Well, in the last year, I have tried several activities. First, I tried skating, but that didn't go very well because I don't have any legs. Then I tried luge, but I kept getting cold because I am open at the bottom. But I have finally decided on the perfect activity for me.
You have! You have found an activity that is perfect for you!
Yes, I have. In the last 3 weeks, I have tried out 6 new activities, and yesterday I found the one that is perfect for me.
Don't keep me waiting! What is it?
I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with the name Boblymbics.
Something to do with this name Boblymbics? I give up! What is it?
Have you ever heard of the country Jamaica?
Yes, of course I've heard of Jamaica.
Well, I have decided to join the Jamaican bobsled team. I am their mascot. And even better, when we get to the bottom of the hill, we are going to bob for apples. Apparently, it's a new sport this year. So, this is why I am going to the Boblymbics. Do you want to watch me practice?
Okay, go for it. I'll take a picture.
Okay, here goes nothing.
With that big mouth, you are sure to win. Have fun at the Boblymbics, Sally, and good luck.
This has been another exciting episode of Sock Puppet Scenarios. Stay tuned for the next one, which will be undoubtedly reason for a big party. So, welcome to the follow-up of the Boblymbics. Today we are looking at the present perfect and present perfect progressive. Of course, I am Joy and that's it. So you think, why do we have to learn this? But this is the most misused verb tense in the English language. I'm going to take you through a lot of examples that will help you understand why. For example, I would say, I have taught the present perfect many times in my life. It is incorrect grammatically to say I taught the present perfect many times in my life. The reason is that I'm still alive and I still have the possibility to continue teaching the present perfect. So how does it work? My auxiliary is have or has, so it's to have in the present. And I need a past participle. Past participles for regular verbs are just like the simple past. You add ed. If it's any regular verb, you have to look at that, consider that third column of verbs that you've always seen all your lives and you've never known what to do with. Those are past participles, like go, went, gone, begin, began, begun. You need to know them, hopefully. So I have worked here for a long time. Auxiliary is have and my past participle is worked. Or she has never taken the bus, my auxiliary and past participle. And the question structure, how long have you lived in Granby? If you remember the other day I showed you quasvo, so question word, auxiliary, subject, verb. It works the same thing in the same way rather for this verb tense. There are two basic rules for the present perfect and several sub-rules, but if you can remember the basic rules, you'll be fine. So I have written 2 books. We have never gone to China. So we use to describe an action that occurred or did not occur at an unspecified moment in the past. We also have several sub-rules. One is in the term of experience. So I have the experience of doing something. Patrick has traveled to Africa. He has the experience of being in Africa. We haven't seen that movie before, so I don't have the experience of seeing the movie. Sonia has already taken the train alone. There she goes. Another sub-rule is that we use the present perfect to show change over time. He has grown a beard since I last saw him. So we see the little guy down here at the bottom. He's got a beard. You look great. Have you lost weight? Of course, that's a question you should never really ask anybody. Or they have learned how to speak Spanish in the last year. So here's a little guy. Hola, me llamo Juan. We also use the present perfect to talk about accomplishments when there has been no specific time. So I have finally finished correcting. We can see finally is like a key word. I have finally finished correcting. Chris has graduated from university at last. I don't say last week, I say at last. It means at some unspecified time. They have arrived at their destination. Here I don't speak about any time at all. I just understand that they have accomplished that. Oh boy, that's one rough plane ride. We also use it to talk about uncompleted actions that we are expecting. I still haven't seen their new baby yet. It means I'm expecting to see their baby. Have you gone swimming at the new pool yet? I assume that you haven't gone, or maybe you have. I know that you are expecting to go. Yet is my keyword. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. If you think of U2 and their famous song, here you have it. We also use it to talk about a repeated action at an unspecified time. So we see all of these rules come back to the idea that your time is unspecified. I have listened to his song several times, but I don't know his name. So my key words in this one are several times or many times. She has watched that movie at least 10 times. I don't know when. The when isn't important. The second rule, in your book, they present them in a different way. They present the second one first, but anyway, it doesn't make any difference. The second one for me is that the action began in the past, and we often know when, and it's still continuing. So they have known each other since last summer. So the action started in the past, last summer. It's still continuing. She has worked at Rona for 2 weeks. So she started 2 weeks ago. We haven't talked for 3 months. It's important to know the difference of how to use for, since, and all when we use the present perfect. For is used when we talk about a time that can be measured. So for 2 weeks, for 5 minutes, for 3 days. Since tells us when the action began, so since 2008 or since Saturday. I cannot say since 3 weeks, unlike in French or in Spanish as well. And all is often a keyword to indicate the present perfect or present perfect progressive. It means the complete time, so all my life, all week, etc. So if we compare the simple past and the present perfect, I can say, I saw him last week. Remember, simple past is a completed action in the past at a specified time. Present perfect is maybe a completed action in the past at an unspecified time. I have seen him recently. I travel a lot in my life. It means maybe you're never going to travel again, so maybe you're dying. But if I say I have traveled a lot in my life, it means you are active, you are alive, and you are still planning on traveling. I had a nightmare last night. It's finished. Last night is done. Or I have had many bad dreams in my lifetime. If we can also continue by looking at the French and the present perfect. In this one, it's kind of like rule 2. So I'm not going to say that sentence in French. Maybe Sally Sock Puppet could say it. Ça fait 2 ans que je travaille ici. In English, that is, I have worked here for 2 years. I cannot say it makes 2 years that I work here. That is incorrect in English. Or Sally says, Je ne l'ai pas vu depuis la semaine passée. In English, that's I haven't seen him since last week, because again, the action started in the past is still continuing. So a general trick is that we often use the present perfect to introduce a topic, but then when we speak about specific times or specific actions, we use the simple past. So you can read the example that I have on the screen. In the present perfect progressive, like other progressive forms, we need the auxiliary be, except I turn it into a present progressive. So it's an action in progress from the past time until the present. So I have been working here for 18 years. It emphasizes the duration of the activity. She has been sleeping since Sunday morning. You see my little heart and head. Again, just to remember that we cannot use certain verbs in the present perfect progressive or any progressive form. For example, the verb to know. Know happens here. And so I can't say I have been knowing him for 18 years. Also, we use the present perfect progressive when the action has recently finished, but we still see the results. So she is sweating because she has been exercising. It means she recently finished. Sometimes they're the same, in particular with the 4 verbs at the bottom of your screen: teach, work, live, and study. I can use the present perfect or the present progressive, and a present perfect progressive rather, and they mean basically the same thing. Sometimes they're not the same. I have known them for 5 months. There's no equivalent in the present perfect progressive. Or we have seen Harry Potter 6 times. Again, there's no equivalent. I cannot say we have been seeing Harry Potter 6 times. Why? The one thing I want to say about present perfect and present perfect progressive is that as an Anglophone, the natural choice for me is to use the present perfect progressive, because I don't have to conjugate and I don't have to think, well, what's the correct past participle? So it just comes out of my mouth naturally. That said, sometimes it does not work, but you really have to consider that it won't work if the action has happened at an unspecified time in the past, or if the action is a head and heart verb. Again, you can refer to your book for the list of non-progressive verbs. If you need any help, you could, of course, ask me. You could go to the Help Center, or you can go to the Virtual Help Center, which is online. So good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this screencast.